Welcome back to Brush Up Your Game, and today, the I.K.S. Pagh. This was a prize ship from a matter of honor. So, yeah, take it with a grain of salt. Prize ships, not always the strongest. Sometimes they are, sometimes they're not. It's a cavort. Cavorts have struggled to really stand out from the Burrells. Would it help if Burrells only had 3 attack dice? Yeah, probably. Um, but, in Star Trek canon, Burrells and cavorts were kind of interchangeable. Uh, it's a model thing, and even in Attack Wing, they use basically the same model. So, yeah. The Pagh. When attacking, you may convert one of your crit results into a hit. If you do so, then you may convert a blank into a hit. I like the named ability. I like that as a choice. You're basically giving yourself a direct hit with your crit. And that is a strong ability. It is one of the best damage cards you can draw with your critical. And it's a solid named ability. Uh, double double weapon slots, not great on Klingons. Torpedoes are fine here. I guess torpedo fusillade, disruptor sweep, they work here. They're better on bigger primary weapon ships, but still 3 attack dice into everything where you've got a chance to uh, convert down, do some extra damage, have some built-in quality. It works. Combo with like a Drex or Garen to convert Battle Station into the crit. You're giving yourself that crit at least one time. It works. You could also put Crit Con on here. You got to find a way to get Battle Stations on here, but Gowron can do that. Admiral Gowron. So I think there's play here, but I don't think it's amazing. It's overpriced. Um, yeah, generics less said there. Captain Kargan, or Kargon, I don't know. A 6'4", no talent, that hurts. I would like to see at least 3 points when there's no talent, but that named ability during the activation phase after you move, if you perform an action listed on one of your upgrades, you may immediately perform a target lock action as a free action, if possible. If you do, you take an Ox Power token, but you know what? You're getting pretty good quality, and to do, you know, cloak target lock, evade target lock, sensor echo target lock. Actually, sorry, I'm saying that very wrong. It's got to be an upgrade action to do Drex target lock. That's not bad at all. That would be the way I'd go at this. I think that's your play. Yeah, sure. You're kind of limited the next round, but you do green maneuver, cleared up. I think he's okay. I don't think he ranks super high on my named Klingon captains. I should probably do that list at some point, but I find him usable, playable, and I like getting more out of it. Surrender as ordered. There we go. Too many R's, too many D's. 4-point talent action. Discard the card. Target an enemy ship at range 1 that's in your forward firing arc. Boy, a lot of conditions there. The target ship may choose to not attack this round and disable all of its weapons. Okay. That's okay, right? Depends on the ship, but it's not a bad idea against like a Sao Paulo build, against some of these the torpedo scimitars, the anything messing around with disruptor sweep. This can really hurt him. If it does this, then your ship cannot attack that ship this round. Oh no, I'll have to shoot somebody else. If the target ship chooses not to do this, or if it has no weapon upgrades, you gain +1 attack die. See, giving them the out, that's the problem. Because all that's going to happen is they're going to go, nah, I'm good. You take your extra attack die. Because then you're saying, oh yeah, I'm going to shoot you this round. And so you get a very conditional extra attack die. If it was the first part of this, this would be a great talent. I know that they had to have an out, but giving the player the choice to not comply, while thematic, I feel like it should have been an even wordier card. And I know that's not great, but if you do something like, if they have no weapons, fine, you get an extra attack die. If they choose not to because they have weapons, but they say, nah, I'm fine, then they have to like suffer a damage. Maybe it's a critical to their hull. That's not everything, but it's something. Or maybe it's they can't roll defense dice against your attack. I feel like there needed to be some bigger consequence to this card, and there isn't. So it's great start of a card, and I'm left at the end going, never gonna run it. Phaser Array Retrofit. When attacking with your primary weapon at range 3, you gain an extra attack die and your opponent rolls one less defense die. So you've negated the range 3 bonus. And you get an extra attack die. Cool. You can only put it on a Klingon ship. Can't have more than one per ship. Fine. It costs 5 points. That's the deal breaker. I'm out. I'm out at that point. It's not worth it. It's so situational. And it's essentially one extra attack die in these very few times. And I'm going to pay 5 points now. Tunneling Neutrino Beam. Weird. It's a Fed card. You don't pay a faction penalty when assigning it to a Klingon ship, but still, it's a Fed card. Action. Disable this card. Target a friendly ship at range 1. Target ship repairs 1 damage to its hull. You cannot attack this round. So it's a support card. Through and through, this is a support card. But it's so action intensive. Right? It's an action, it's a disable. So to ever use it again, it's 2 actions. Or it's repairing tech. Or, re-enabling tech, which doesn't really happen. EMH kind of does some stuff. Geordie, maybe. But it's so limited, and something like this with time tokens, I'd probably take, even at the cost of not attacking this round. I know that seems like a lot, but repairing hull damage is a big thing. Very limited, and I think that extend shields from Alliance set the gold standard. It's conditional at the end phase, and I take an Ox Power to do it. Great. And it's 3 time tokens. This is too many rounds. Cost of an attack. Has to be whole damage, fine. I get it. Different choice. But those actions, the actions are too precious. Yeah, I guess there's a moment for it. If runabouts exist, if runabouts ever come into the game, this is a perfect card for a runabout to have. Until that point, I can't. Riker. Don't pay a penalty to put him on a Klingon ship. Would have loved to have seen just a Klingon faction version of Riker. That would have made my day better. 4 points for a crew. You get a talent slot. One of the very few crew to give a talent slot. Him, Garrick. I want to say there's one more and I'm blanking on it right now. But Riker's ability, action, disable this card to increase your captain skill to 10 until the end phase. Again, action, disable, too many turns to do it. Same problem as tunneling neutrino beam. It seems like the design team at this point was just stuck on action disable to do stuff. I would have rather seen Riker be like a passive ability to bump captain skill, increase by 2, 3, or passive, start a combat phase, time tokens on them, jump up to 10. I think any of those would make Riker better. That's me. And I think that's kind of the sum of this pack, is everything just feels like it could have been a little bit better. With one more wave of revision in playtesting, in design thought, this whole wave would have been more solid. Not wave, ship. Kargon is probably the best captain. Well, the best card in this pack. The Pagh, not bad. Decent idea. Just suffers from being a cavort. And I don't know, the cavort needs something more, because when Burrells can run reinforced hull and be more durable than a cavort and be cheaper, it's a tough sell. So yeah, that's the Pagh. Feels mostly thematic, feels representative of the episode, the TNG episode. I like the ideas. I still would have loved to have seen a crew card for the Klingon officer who went over to the Enterprise. Kind of disappointed we didn't have that. But I like thematically what's here. I just don't see a use for almost any of the cards, even in mission play. And that's disappointing to me. So, all right. Thank you all for watching. Till next time, keep brushing up your game. Take care.